Hello and welcome to the third episode of No Place Like Home, where we're taking Clydebank FC from the 6th tier Scottish football and taking them to the Scottish Premiership. Today we're hitting the halfway point of the first season. If we bring it up quickly here, we can see we've got our next game against Cyldebank at Home Park. Currently sitting 7th in the table after 16 games, 27 points. We're doing okay, we're not doing amazing. Very bang average mid-season kind of display from us so far. The hardest thing I think I've seen, and as you can see we're currently just about a week into transfer window, is the possibility of trying to bring in new players is really tough at this point. The fact that you've got such a strict wage budget that you maybe want to spend maybe on 11 to 12 really good players and the rest just basically goes to pot on smaller players, and you're really forced to just use who you've got at the club at your disposal, and it is quite hard. And if we take a look at the squad, and I just want to show you, look at the level of depth we've got basically none. So we're really relying on the the base of the team getting no injuries, and then we're relying on the younger type of players, your academy players, to kind of come in and do a job for us. As you can see, you got someone like this lad here, Calvin Maxwell, basically unknown to us in terms of anything. And basically Jamie Stevenson's really the only guy we've got, so it is tough in terms of that kind of direction and how to kind of work around that. I will try my best to maybe bring in one or two quality players, but to bring in one or two quality players at this level on low money is basically like I need to in a haystack. It's really tough. If we look at the fixtures right now, we've been up and down, just very inconsistent, which has been suggested by our league form, league table. Getting wins against such as like last episode, getting wins against like Benburb 2-1, Cumbernauld draw, Bonnyton, we beat them 2-0. We should be expected to beat them despite obviously them being bottom of the league. Losing 2-1 to Glenafton, which was a bit of an annoying one, to be honest. Going ahead, then losing a goal straight away, then losing once just after half time. And then that basically leads us to where we are right now. So we're basically going to play the Cumbernauld game. Going to leave a few games and we're going to come up and play against Rossvale. Reason that is if we've already played Pollock in the league, so we don't really want to play them again on camera. We can see how we can compare results to see how we've done from the start of the season to now. However, we kind of want to look at playing maybe against some different teams, understanding how better players in each team play. One of the annoying things right now, and I think you might have noticed it within the squad, is you've got two injuries to our right back Michael Bailey, who's going to be out for 3 to 5 weeks. An injury to Craig Holmes, who's out for probably about 2 weeks. And Connor Linus as well. It's going to be about 3 to 5 weeks. So you're talking your best striker, your best right back, your best right mid, and then Lee Gallagher as well is going to be out for another 2 weeks. Who's your best left mid? Grant Savory's basically going to be a doubt for the next game as well. We are on bare bones. There's no disputing that, and unfortunately that's just the way it's going to go. And we just need to work within our means. And as you see, look at the team, it is depleted as it is. Look at the bench, it is horrendous. Even then, you're playing with 3 subs. I can maybe bring in a few reserve players just to fill up, but man, this is going to be tough. I think the way that we're set up is the best as we can really go. Like, you've got the young lad Donald, we can play in at left back. He looks like he can be an exciting player for us. We've had a few bids in for Dylan Cole, but nothing that I want to accept. The fact that he has got good potential, obviously he's 19 years old, he's got a lot of time to grow as well. We can take him on for another 2 or 3 years and just hope he develops into a quality player. Apart from that, let's get into this game and see how we do. Okay, we have our first chance of the game here in the 22nd minute, coming from a long throw from Donald on the left hand side, comes to nothing, comes out to Maxwell in the central midfield, who plays it into Cole. Cole will try and play long, it's cleared and it's recovered by Cameron into Savory. Can Savory play it into McPherson? McPherson with a header and it's off the right hand post. Keeper was scrambling and nearly went in the back of the net. However, it's still 0-0 at this moment in time. And as you can see, even with a draw right now, that would move us up into 6th place, showing how tight this league is. We can easily go into even 4th or 3rd within just 1 win. It is so tight at the moment in the league, and hopefully we can get a nice little 3-pointer today just to lead us that ever so much slighter chance of getting this promotion. And at the moment, 0-0 at half time. We're not doing too bad, to be fair. We'll try and keep motivation high because motivation will be key here. Hopefully they come and get us a result in the second half. Okay, so we have a chance here. It's Murray for Cumnock on the centre half position, who gets a free kick. They try a little bit of intricate play, however it comes to nothing, and we recover the ball. Here's hoping we get a nice little attack from a nice little attack play here. However it comes to nothing here when we try to go long. However, Savoury recovers the ball on the right hand side. Can he do anything? He plays it into the midfield. It is cleared by Murray. Out to McGinn. McGinn plays it into Harris. Liam Harris with the goal, and it's his 6th for the season. Liam Harris, our number 9, makes it 1-0 to Clydebank against Cumnock. And that is the result we're wanting. That is the goal that we've been expecting. And that basically places us into a position where we can go and try and push for 1 or 2 more games to push us into that top 4, that top 3, where we could potentially go into a lowland league position. That's where we want to be next season. We want to be in the 5th division of Scottish football. It's going to take a few back-to-back promotions to get us to that level of professional pyramid. If we can do it within 2 seasons, great. If we do it in 3, that would be good. However, let's try to go for 2. And as you can see, we get another chance here with Harris from a corner kick that nearly went into the top right hand corner, but just went over the bar. However, we have a free kick here for Cumnock with McIntyre just inside the Clydebank half. Plays it over the top to McCluskey, and it's just wide of the left hand post. And all I'm saying there, what are the defenders doing? They're sleeping. One easy over the top ball, and they're in the back of the defence. That is not easy, not good enough from our point of view. Far too easy for Cumnock. However, we do get the win. It is here at Clydebank. It is 1-0 to the Bankies against Cumnock, and we'll happily take that. Gets our lads being happy and cheerful for once. That is 2 wins out of the last 3, which we'll happily take. Going into the Troon game, a bit of decent form. Hopefully we can continue that, and by the time we see us next, we might have 1 or 2 transfers, and we'll have the Rossfield game. On to the second game of the episode, and despite the win against Cumnock, I think the injuries have just got to us, and we're starting to get a bit of tiredness in the legs, and we just don't seem to be getting going right now. We went on a 2-game loss streak. Fair enough, it's just 2 games, however, 2 games that one against Troon, where we were so close to getting a draw away from home, which would have been a good point to be fair. And they score in the 90th minute with James McGowan from a free kick, which was a dagger into the hearts, along with a 1-0 loss away to Pollock, which was quite a tight game to be fair. We nearly got something out of the game later on with Liam Harris, but he missed a 1-on-1 chance with the goalkeeper, which was a painstakingly moment. The game against Kilburnie Ladeside has been postponed, and it is now getting played in March time, so that will get played later on in the first season. Next game's against Rossfield. Transfer wise, we've had 2 transfers since you last seen us. Mark Ferry has left on a free to go to Invergordon, just basically freeing up some wages, and we actually have brought in, if we can find them, should be here. I think he's coming up, you know. He might actually not signed it yet, that's probably what it has been, but he is in the lineup for today. Well, he's on the bench actually. It is a central midfielder under name of Jamie McKernan. So this lad, 3-star ability, potentially 4. Looks decent to be fair. Played in League 2 for the last few years. Also played a bit for Glenaft and Queen's Park. So he's played at a high level to be fair. Played in the Championship for Ayr. So he's got a bit about him. Basically the reason for going him, I think we need someone else in the midfield. I think we are lacking in that kind of area. And depth wise, we've got a few trialists on the bench today, along with another lad, Wilson, up front. We are struggling kind of just in depth, so I brought in a few trialists, see how they'll do. Hopefully they can provide some goods, we use them to good effect, and hopefully they can help us get a win against Rossfield. Big game here at Home Park for Clydebank v Rossfield, and the first opportunity of the game goes Rossfield's way. Here we can see on the left hand side with Bradley driving down the left hand side, plays into Douglas, cleared by Cameron. However, they recover possession straight away from the clearance, and it is Murray into Anderson, and they're playing a nice little triangle here, playing nice wee triangles as you can see in the middle of the pitch. However, we managed to clear it with Slattery. We're just not getting possession right now. As you can see, it is just defence, clear it, get another attack on us, and eventually they do go up the park and score through Andy Johnson. This lad has scored 15 goals this season. Looks like he's a bit of a threat in this league, and puts Rossfield up 1-0 away from home against the Bankies, which is a pain in the backside, and basically leaving us in a position where we basically come out our shell and give a good account ourselves in terms of going forward. Now we can't really sit back and just try and bide our time in the game. We do need to come out and try and do something special. Will it mean we have to change up the formation at half time? Will it mean that we need to bring on some new players potentially at this moment, 10 minutes into the game, losing 1-0? It's not a good position to be in, and this season is just going from bad or average to worse, slowly but surely creeping down the league table, which is the wrong direction where we want to be. When we're and there you go, there's a second goal. Peter Bradley with an absolute thunderbolt into the top right hand corner from the edge of the box. First time finish, great strike, leading us in a 2-0 deficit right now, which is shocking. And once again, it's our top goal scorer Johnson there, playing it off to Bradley, and to be fair, it's a great finish into the roof of net. Nothing the keeper could do with that one. After the Cumnock game, as I previously said, we were in a position where we were maybe looking to progress and get one or two good wins and try and close the gap with the top half or the top four, but it's just went the complete opposite way and we're just losing games. It's not a good position to be in, and as you can see, we've got Wilson down the left hand side. Our trialist plays it in, however I think that was Bradley, clears it to Murray, and now Murray's going to just drive with the ball and play it to Bradley, into Owens, into Murray, back into McNally. McNally plays it over to Johnson, however it is cleared by Dylan Cole, and now Liam Harris will recover the ball. No, he won't. It is intercepted by Bradley, and it is just one-way traffic right now. We are getting absolutely no time in the ball, no opportunities, and I'm guaranteeing you right now this is going to be a third and nearly. Thankfully for my sake, that was wide. And as you can see, dominating possession, dominating XG, they're all over us. We need to do something different, and I don't know exactly how much it is. Looks like they're trying to slow down the game a wee bit, and we're going into half time 2-0 down at home to Rossville, and this is not good. To be honest, we need them to get their act together, because the way we're playing right now is just unacceptable. And here we go, Curry, free kick, and it is in the back of the net. Lee Curry from a free kick, goalkeeper side. Goalkeeper must do better there. We're just all over the place, that's the honest truth right now. We just can't seem to, we just can't seem to do anything right. It is painful to watch, to say the least. It is awful. And right now we are on the verge of going out of even the top half of the table. We're going to be sitting definitely in the lower half, which is shocking for our standards. We need to do better than that. Like, it's just change formation, try and get something going, but I really don't see us getting anything out of this game now. Here you go, Shelby losing the ball stupidly down the left hand side. Johnson now 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can he finish it? Good save by Stevenson. 10 out for a corner kick. But the way we're playing, I don't know how we can dictate the game better. Like, is it a case that we just have a massive rebuild in the summer? The problem is with some of the players that we're looking at bringing in on trial, they're all wanting high wages as well, which is a big issue. We're all wanting £150, £200 a week. We are got a full budget of £1,100. Sorry, we've got £990, but we're on £1,100. We need to lose money in terms of our wages. We can't keep spending as much as we are. That's our issue right now. And quite frankly, the players that we're trying to bring in are just far too expensive, and the players that we've got are just not good enough. And there's players like, I think players maybe like Grant Savoury, real good players, but they're just not getting utilised to their full potential because they've not got the good players around them. Lads like Lee Gallagher here, brilliant player, down the left hand side, and he hits it over the bar. Players you need to build round is Gallagher and your Savouries, and even your Harris and your Connor Lyons up front. They're the kind of lads that you need to build around. Unfortunately, we've not got the facilities to do that. It's so hard to understand what we can actually do to help build a team full of potential that can move up the divisions. But right now, we've not got anything that can help guide us that way. I'd love it to just be a case of where we just build from the academy, but quite frankly, we've not got the facilities to even create a good youth structure. In real life, the youth structure at Clydebank is actually really good in terms of they've brought in maybe 2 to 3, even sometimes upwards of half a dozen players through the youth academy per season, and they're using them and playing them half a dozen to over a dozen times a season. Even in this squad, you've got lads at centre half like Dylan Cole. He's a real player for Clydebank. He's came through the youth system. Same for Ben Cameron. These are lads who have experience, and they do attract good players. Unfortunately, through Football Manager, it's a little bit harder to do such things. And here we go. And we're starting to gain a bit of possession now since we went to a 4-2-3-1. So something that's maybe something that we need to look at for the next game is just try and be a bit more solid in the midfield. And as I say that, they are 1-on-1 with the keeper, and it's a save by Stevenson. But oh my God, we're not doing anything correctly, and it's heartbreaking to see. But I just don't know what we can do to make this team better. As I say that, we've got a free kick from their corner. And you can see our XG gradually moving up since we moved to the 4-2-3-1, which is a positive sign that maybe that could be the move. But just the scoreline suggests otherwise. The 4-4-2 is just not working. It's very hot and cold at times, and home park, Clydebank 0, Rossvale 3. Shocking result, and another shocking performance. I'm really getting to that stage, you know. Really getting to that stage where what can we do to help improve? We're sitting mid-table right now. At the start of the episode, we're maybe 6 to 7 points off that kind of third spot. Now we're like 11 points, 19 points off top place with Arvin Medal, who are doing not too bad along with Darvel, which looks like it's a 2-horse race for the title right now. But it's brutal, and I don't exactly know what we can do. And as I say that, we've brought in Jamie McKernan here. He's managed to come in on a free transfer from Darvel, which is a good signing, and I'll happily take it. However, will this be the change that we need to basically move us on and progress as a team? We will see and find out in the next episode. Okay, so that is the end of this episode, and it's a frustrating month in January. As you can see, 4 losses, 2 wins. It's a real tough one to take. We've got some kind of easier game. Well, when I say easier, we've got Blantyre, Vix and Rob Roy, but that really are only 2 I would suggest are maybe easier games. Apart from that, you've got your Auchinlecks, your Largs, your Beaths, your Darvels, your Kilwinning Rangers still to come in the next month of February. The plan is probably just to play the whole of February off camera, and then we'll go into a game against Glencairn. We'll play through March, and we'll play the game against Kilburnie Ladeside. So that basically means we're covering February, March for the next episode, leading us into the 5th and final episode for the first season, where we'll maybe play 2 out of 4 games, and hopefully we can be kind of pushing for that maybe top kind of half of the table. Right now, I think we could just wipe off the promotion for this season, because it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. We're out the Scottish Cup as well, so we've literally just got the league to play for. It's a case of just running out the league, just play our games and just focus on next season for a rebuild. At that moment, it's just not looking likely that we're going to really find any success, find successful players for us. The only successful players you can say is maybe being like a Connor Lyons, who has been scoring goals. One of the main things we need to do is just put him down on a new deal and focus on keeping our best players. And right now, we are struggling, and yeah, hopefully things improve. And that's all for this episode, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed what you've seen. If you want to see more, please leave a like down below and subscribe. We've also got a few more series on the channel, along with our streams on twitch.tv. The links are down in the description, along with a new giveaway which we're doing on Twitter, so please check the link down below where you can enter, where you can win a football shirt courtesy of Football Storehouse, along with a free game of your choice. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, please let us know what you'd like to see, and apart from that, see you all next time. Bye.